Hi everyone and welcome to this video, the selection and the entries for the month of July 2022 Kgalagadi Wildlife Photography Competition. Let's start off with this experience that Annette Smith had in one of the camps in the Kalahari. She wrote me a very nice story about her experience, and she entered the amateur division, as she called it, but you know, everyone's sort of amateur, and there's quite a wide description for that. But in any case, this shows you that you don't have to have the best and the most expensive equipment. It's about the experience and then to make the most of it. So I've entered all the images in here because each one of them in its own right should be in the finalists, I think so. So I've entered all of them. I think there's 4. Maybe there's a duplication that I've done over here. And to give it a fair chance, I want to see which ones are the most sharp, and that will obviously do better if we can blow it up more. The story about this we'll do a bit later, or at some other stage we'll post it in the website, or maybe do an interview. So there's the second shot of Annette. You can see here it's the mongoose still. You can look at the fight has already taken place, and this is an exceptional one. There's something in this image that reminds me, this is the Kalahari. Look at the 3-thorn in the back, but a very clean surface that all of them are surrounding the cobra, and look at the tails. The tails bring an extra dimension than the normal meerkat. So absolutely superb image. And Bryce Treble has sent us a series of this Lana's eating a pigeon. Exceptional shot. I mean, there's nothing one can say about this in the negative. And this one, just as much. It's feeding, so it's busy with something. Look at the background. The background is very clean. It's not mushy. It's the saturation is good. If you look at the foreground, this branch that it sits on, a super image. And this one as well. And serendipitously, we have another entrance of Bryce with this singvalk chanting Gos. And I like this one. Look at, he's just torn off. It looks like the head. He's got some the tail is still on here, so I don't know what that is. But look at how he's looking down at the snake. And also you got a bit of a bush over here, and then in the background you had that there. But this triangle that the bird is in has got a very clean background, and if that was the same as if this area around him in the background was the same as this or that, it would have been a bit distracting. Although it's still quite well blurred, but this is it just highlights this goshawk and a beautiful owl portrait, a bit of a foreground. Sometimes they could enhance the image, but nevertheless beautiful shot. A black and white, good to see a black and white rendition of Bruce. It is his interpretation. It's very nice. At least the lion's got some expression, although it's not that aggressive expression. It's a very peaceful expression, but nevertheless it is an expression, and the teeth are shown. And Eugene van Tonder has done this very good silhouette of the vulture, and also something that we see quite a lot driving to the Kalahari, and not so many pictures. They're not that aesthetic, but this makes it look very nice. And Yui Mitchell has done this original cat, and I love it. There's a lot to say about this image. I do like the vignetting, the serious vignetting. Maybe I like the 1 or 2 stripes, or maybe just some edge over here, but everything is focused on that cat and the tree, and it's a superb image. Also the nightlife, me and Yui agrees both that this is a whole new world to explore, is this macro life that we've got in the Kalahari, which is not really that photographed that much. Another black and white landscape of Huey, the master of landscapes over there. And look at this. I mean, if you make a wallpaper of this image, you can't really get a better rendition of the Kgalagadi or reflection of the Kgalagadi. Lightning that he captured. I mean, if you, I don't know how clean that was. If you put the camera right here at the pool, and you had the lightning reflected in the pool that took up most of the foreground, it would have been even better. But nevertheless, quite a chance to take photos, especially on a tripod if the weather is like this. And Linky is sending this. I'm glad it's a macro of this beautiful butterflies that you get, and the whitey over here, the quite popular butterfly, and just a bit of editing, you know, some darkening of the subjects over here to bring out the saturation, and maybe a bit of vignetting and so on. But yeah, this is what one start with. It'll be good to see Linky grab the editing software and just work on this a bit. Niels has done a range or a group of images that is artistic, and I like artistic, and it brings out a different dimension. And I say once again, those are the economical, the commercial ones. It sells better than the straight image. If you've got some form of art post-process work on your edit, you'll see if you take these images of Niels, it stands out, and it shows you that the same photographer has captured this, and I quite like what he's progressed into Niels with his images. Look at this. The purist will say, and the clubs will say, you know, what are you doing? You know, look at the halos around the giraffes, but on the other hand, look at the colors and the contrast that you get out in this giraffe that you never really see with a normal image. And they've got this trassie bush, which all of a sudden they love. If it's green like this, they love to eat down into the trassie bush. And look at the patterns in here. And this is an artistic rendition. Forget about the perfection of the halos. You can do that in editing. You can work that out. But nevertheless, this looks very good. And if you do some artistic framing with this, it'll be exceptional. He's black and white also. Look at the grass. A good selection to do it black and white, because look at the grass in front and the shade of the line standing out from this grass. If it was color, it would have merged in with the grass. And it's got a very nice look. Maybe not cutting off the body. That's always a problematic one. You have to normally cut it off if it's something distractive, or maybe he was just too close. You can see that this is raised and probably right next to the road. But look at the look of that line that looks into the distance, and very good that it is elevated above the level of the lens itself. Niels has done the same, a serious vignetting, and it puts a lot of emphasis on the animal and the subject as well. It's just that the horns, one would like to see that horns to the end, otherwise it doesn't quite that well, but I like that. And this one is exceptional. I think that if you do this big, and you can do it big, it's something completely different, and then you got that one purple pinkish flower grass that's standing out there, and the grass in front, typical, the cheetah hiding behind the grass, looking far into the distance for springbok coming up or down the river, and the background also very evenly. This is light and that's dark, so the opposites of dark and light is always a compositional element. And here the dark is not mushy-mashy, it's like dark patented. That's basically copied from the patterns of the grass over here. So yeah, this is an exceptional image. Dominique has sent us her work, and one can see what a fingerprint is if you look at the images. Once again, it's the vignetting and the very soft background, not too distractive. And, you know, this Cape Fox, which is not... this little bat ear that's not that prolific these days. Not a lot of people get images of them. Another one, she's starting to compose with the environment. I mean, here it's a simplistic, minimalistic image with a funny sit or pose that this Weierster meerkat has got. The ground squirrel, and also clean, and everything focuses on the animal. This, what can you say if you want to, not necessarily representative of the Kgalagadi and the cheetah that we got to know in the desert and in the sand and in the riverbed racing to catch the springbok, but overall in Africa, a beautiful portrait of a young cheetah. Another exceptional good shot. Here we've seen a lot of images of the leopard, and sometimes they're on a camel thorn like that, and we've had some clean shot. Here the background, the foreground out of focus puts a dimension into the image. You can see that it's in front, that's in the middle, and you can see that's the back. Once again, you look at that halo around the leopard, that white there, and then the dark branches come that doesn't attract. So you can see the silhouette of the subject very open all the way through there and there as well. And that's what you look at. And if you look at this image, if this subject was anywhere else, it would have disappeared with the background. So it's the angle that was selected is spot on. The look that's looking down is a bit of a shy or sly look. If it looked into the camera, I don't know if it would have looked better. This is a bit different, and the young one's eating, and the mother's eating as well. And also quite a different, beautiful shot of a leopard. This is you can see the progression of the photographer when they start doing this very small animal subject, and then include the rest of the environment, and that's something that you don't get that often. People get besotted with the subject or the animal itself and forget about the environment that they're in. You look at this branch going out from the side, then the leading line sort of accentuates that something in this area. Once again, it's not in the branches, it's in the open over here, and something quite different. So I think it also works in black and white, and these things is not good to see on a cell phone. They're good if you start enlarging and printing these images. Look at this good image of Sonja Kroon. Look at the snake fighting its last fight. Beautiful image. The king of the Kgalagadi. And that's it. So without further ado, let's go to the finalists. Of course, you got to put this images. You got to put this images in of Annette Smit. Absolutely super. Look at that coffee table book stuff. I've included all of them. This one probably my favorite. Bruce's image, you can't leave it out. Also finalist, another finalist of Bruce. You can't leave it out. You can't leave this out. The black and white is good. Exceptional cat image. Once again, Huey's signature. The landscapes of the Kgalagadi. And Niels's images I'm also going to include. There are ones that stand out, but I'll put all of them in because of the work that's done on that. Dominique's image of that one and the cheetah and the leopard. It's got to be in the finalist. I can't take one now. As well as this one doing very well. And you got to get this one in of Sonja. Quite a regular entry of us. And that's it. That's the finalists for the July 22 wildlife photographic competition. And I just want to also make mention of our sponsors, ORMS, the photographic, or my preferred photographic shop. It's actually photographic religion or church, because right on the opposite side of the equipment shop, you've got the framers, and it's good to have your equipment on the one side, walk over the road, and get a consultant to help you with all the different mediums that they do their photos in. A very difficult job to actually select what to do with a photo, whether you do it in a metal, whether you do it in wood, plexiglass, black and white print, the various black and white prints. These guys know what they're doing, and they give you good consultation and assistance at the framing division opposite the street. So visit them. They are extremely professional. I don't think you can get any better. And then Kgalagadi Lodge, the lodge outside the gate. Kgalagadi has been a partner from the beginning. You know, they saw the value and see the value of photographers going to the Kgalagadi, and therefore they put their money back into things like this to actually inspire the wildlife photographers. I also want to make then Joe's Camera, my production, is we're doing all the productions, assist with the prize money, and make sure that the platform grows on a media slide so that the photographers actually get maximum mileage. There are programs where we do websites or web pages within Kgalagadi Photography and the other domain that I'm building to be able to also help and assist you as a photographer to sell your images. So it's also a marketing platform for you guys. And then remember to enter. There's a bit of confusion. You know, I do all this stuff myself and other businesses as well. So I do the website and everything now. Harris is busy with other stuff. So I've got to do all these stuff. And some of the things I slip up, like for instance, the entry, I've changed the entries from the Facebook, as I said, the Facebook page. What happens is, you know, they started compressing the images besides the fact that the photographers, you guys are sending in the stuff or did send in the stuff that was way too small to actually judge them. So this is much better. You can go through them. You can do a production with that. And like I say, once again, guys, it's only me that deal with it. It's no admin, no secretary or nothing. So these images are going nowhere. They're only used for this platform to actually, if I do a banner or something with one of the images, your name will be on it, and at the end of the day, I will do more to mileage the photographers than anything else. Not one of these will be used in any other form besides this platform that we say over here. So just email your entry of around 1 megabyte so that we can see that the image can, and just make sure that by doing that, sending in the image, you can enlarge your image at least to a A2. I would prefer A1, but at least to a A2, so that at least one can blow it up and frame it and sell it. But yeah, it's you know, no use to take a picture and to crop 1/16 of the picture and send it in as a picture. So make sure that you still have some pixels to be able to do a bit of an enlargement with it, please. And once you're in the finalist, I expect that you'll have your original file at hand, so that if we select the final guys at the end of August, that we know that you got a large enough file to be able to blow up once it's in the finals. The website is there, so you can go on the website. I'm busy building it. There's a lot of value. If you guys want a discount on the Kgalagadi Lodge, go onto the website, email me, and we get a huge discount, the largest discount that they give. Out of season up to 37-38%, and depending, but you will get anything from 10% to that if you mention Joe's Camera, or you do it through me, and I do the booking over there for you. And then, so the website, they're busy building the website. There's other guys that also guest houses en route and stuff like that is prepared to give the photographers and the subscribers to Joe's Camera and members discounts if you come through me or book and mention us. I will put that on the website. We're busy working with quite a substantial amount of people to actually give back to the photographer, because you know, very few of these guys in the lodges and the routes and the garages know that who are photographers and actually thank or give back to the photographers that actually are major facilitator and stakeholder to environments like the Kalahari and the Kruger and all the other parks. So yeah, just if you don't have your own website, if you got your own website and you want 2 pages in Kgalagadi Photography or another platform, contact me, please. We'll put it on. I'll give you do a design for you, do an interview for you, a video at the bottom. Select your top images for you, post them and market them for sale, your images for sale, that we put 2 pages on the website with your top images, with the prices and everything, and help you with the sales of that. The more people or photographers that go on the platform and we market them, the better for yourself. It's much better to have a platform like this than having an individual website that you have to market yourself. So that's it. The whole platform of Kgalagadi Photography is sponsored by myself. On my own, we try to get partners. I wasn't interested in partners now, but yeah, we're putting a lot of money and a lot of time into the platform, and ultimately, I want to show within this year a lot of value coming through to the photographers en route to the Kgalagadi and accommodation before the Kgalagadi and so on. So yeah, that's it for July. So we'll do, I'll put the finalist on the website as well. I just want to do it on video first, and then we'll put the next week I'll put it on the website and link it to the Facebook page, and that is it for this month. See you next time.